here, man. Trying to stay afloat, trying to stay focused, just trying to keep working hard. This is like my fourth or fifth interview for the year. I usually
Oh, work.
start like August, so this is big for me.
Yeah, yeah. Congrats, man. Hell yeah. Way to keep it pushing, bro.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying to get syndicated. Hopefully the YouTube channel popped off. I subscribe to yours.
I
Everybody who
saw
will
that.
be watching, please subscribe to the Bars on Deck podcast and to my man Tizzy Teach. Also on Instagram. You already know the vibes. This is episode 17. I'm not doing no more seasons. So it's just gonna go run over. So it's gonna be 17, 18 until a million. 17, Tizzy Teach. This is actually 37 because last year I did 20. So this is actually 37, but like I said, we just going forward. I got Tizzy Teach. This
Yeah.
dude, I found him. I think we linked through the Funk Flex thing. Was you on the Funk Flex challenge?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
how we linked up. Tell me about that experience. How was that experience?
It was cool, man. For me, what I've been doing, is it's like leaving no money on the table type deal. So like for a long time, even without any kind of return with it, just sending music off before I really understood how really to push my music and stuff like that. But I mean, at
Right,
the same time, keeping that concept of not leaving no money off or on the table,
right.
just submitting my music to wherever I could, man, and trying to link up and find people with similar mindsets and be able to just make that next move and becoming a bigger artist. You know what I mean?
Okay. I could dig that, man, because it's always about the grind. It's always about the push. And, what motivates you to keep going to that next level. So I admire that. You know what I mean? It's a good work
Yeah,
ethic.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
for sure. For
Yeah,
sure, man.
man.
We're always working on something, man. Like
You
always
got
working
to,
on some
man.
new music.
Word, word. I used to do music, so I already know how it is. I wasn't really like a hard worker like I am now, though. Like now, I'm getting to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not holding back. I'm not in my way anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So I'm getting to it in a better way now. But back when I was making music, I would do like 10 songs in one session. And then, you know what I mean? I wouldn't go back to the studio for like 3 months. I
Yep.
felt I
Yep.
had
For
enough
sure.
music, you know what I'm saying, at that
Right.
1 2 sessions. But nah, it was always keep working. Go back in there next week, do another 10 songs. I didn't
Yep.
have that in me, you know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that dudes like you have that in you, you know what I'm saying?
Thanks, man. I appreciate that, bro.
Anytime, man, anytime. So yo, tell me what city you from, man?
I'm from Tacoma, Washington. Yeah,
Tacoma,
man. Two.
Washington.
Yeah,
Wow,
man.
that's
Two
out
five
there.
three. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How is it out
uh,
there? How's the weather, man?
Depends on the time of the day, man. So like Washington weather is crazy, bro. It'll be you'll wake up and it's like raining, and then it'll rain so hard there'll be like hail, and then there'll be like wind, heavy wind going on, and then the sun will break out and then like show its
Yeah,
head for a little bit, and
yeah.
then it's back to raining.
It's the
It's the
same
craziest
here.
shit.
Like spring and winter is like the same thing here. It's like no such thing as really spring. It's not snowing anymore, but it's still
Uh-uh.
days where you be like, it's 40 degrees. How? Like I don't understand.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. It was snowing the other day. We were like, yo, man, it's April. What's going on here?
Right. It's crazy. It's the same here. You know what I'm saying? So yo, let's kick things off, man. Get right into the questions, man. You ready, man?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, cool. So my first question is, I see you have the ability to be versatile, switch up your flow, kind of like be charismatic on the track at the same time, get your point across. I just want to know, was it always like that for you, or did you gain that talent over time, and how did it work out for you over time?
I would say it's something that I've honed in the beginning stages. Um, the way that I feel about it, man, is like as I always have thoughts going on in my head. I always like, you know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right, right.
And so like when I hear something and like it sounds dope, I could also really quickly it change in my brain and I could hear something else. And so what I've been able to have to do with music is when I create a song, and I'm creating like the lyrics that fit that type of flow pattern, and then I feel that switch, like just ride that wave. I used to try to
Right.
control it. I used to try to manipulate it to where like I can do it whenever, blah blah blah, and it happens all the time type deal. Don't get me
Right.
wrong.
Right.
When I sit there and try to take it, is
Yeah.
when I feel like it's, you know what I'm
Ah, I
saying?
got you. I
and
got you.
and so it turned into a thing where I stopped being so picky and stopped being um so trying to have to control everything and just
Right.
ride the wave and just see where that takes me. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay. I see what you mean. I get what you mean. So you kind of like just you let the music come to you. You know what I'm saying? You let that
Yes,
shit just right. So you don't force it.
word. Because
Right.
anytime I've tried to, it just there's some songs that will never get heard because it sounds forced. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like,
Right.
you know what I
Right.
mean? Like it
Right.
sounds
It's
like I'm
true.
trying too hard in it. And so it's like I have such a better experience when I just let the moment be. And that could be like, let's just say I feel like making a hype song, but then I come into the studio, but then like this smoother beat catches me, even though my mind is like, oh, I wanted to do this, but something else
Right.
caught me and it starts speaking to me. I'm like, let's ride this wave real quick. And then
Right.
like
Right. Right.
I'll do that song and then like that'll actually inspire me and then be like, oh man, all right. And then it's warmed up my brain too. So when I take on
Mm,
that hype track, I'm like, the bars are a little bit better. I'm a little more thought
right.
out. Like,
Right. No, that's the artistry in you, man. I mean, things like that happen. It's like poetry in motion. You never know what's gonna come out next. So it's
uh-huh.
like you just ride that wave, and you. I respect that in artists, man, because you can have a whole concept ready, and it's like, nah,
Word, bro.
I want to do something else now.
Yeah.
Like I just,
Yeah.
like you said, that energy just hits you. I get it. I
Uh-huh.
completely get it. You know what I mean? I used to be like that. Sometimes I didn't even want to rack my brain. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I feel where you're coming from. You know what I'm saying? So that works out for you. That's usually how you develop your tracks.
Pretty much, man. Yeah. I'll sit in the session and like have like the lights going. I got like lights in here and stuff like that. I'm in the studio right now. But we'll turn the light off, but then have like the colorful lights going that help
Right,
like
right, right.
influence that creativity and just vibe out, man, and feel it out and just see where it takes us. And uh, I got like a team of guys too. We link
Mm,
up on specifically on Fridays, and that's where we get like a lot of our dysfunctional family, which is the
okay.
brand. You can see like the skateboard we have. Ooh, right
Yeah, I
there.
see
There's
it
one of
right
the
there. Yes,
skateboards.
sir.
But we'll link up and we'll talk business moves during the day, and then we'll make moves, get out emails, reach out to people, and then when it starts becoming nighttime, it starts getting that vibe. Is when we'll hit the light and turn the cool lights on, and then start playing some music and just create for the rest of the night.
I hear that, man. Catch a vibe at the same time. I already know the vibes.
Yeah.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So listen, I see that your style, you have a soulful style. It's real eclectic, loud at the same time, but it makes you listen, it makes you pay attention, it makes you focus. And also from the beat selection that you have, I could tell that you like to create a certain kind of vibe and energy. Are your influences, or should I say, I hear a lot of J. Cole and Joyner. Are those two guys part of the influences? Are there more? Speak to me about that.
I would definitely say, well, there is more. I definitely respect like Joyner Lucas's work and everything.
Right.
I, 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 I mean, he can rap, bro, like for sure.
Nah,
But when
yeah,
it
for
comes to like
sure. For
as
sure.
a influence, I would say J. Cole for sure because of like the way his approach to music is in a sense. Like there was something I saw in an interview where he was talking about like rappers will talk about like them pulling out the gun and shoot you, but he'll talk about the actions he was taking before he took out the gun to shoot you and
Right,
type
right,
deal. You know what
right.
I'm saying? And
Right.
that kind of thing, I really dig that. And I think for me, what I turn my artistry into is in a little bit of that approach, but in of my own perception of life. So that's why it's like that's where I feel like my music stands out because I do believe every artist is different and everyone has their own story. But with me, I feel like with every single song you hear with me on it, no matter if it's like a club bop, no matter if it's like a
Right.
smoke song or something wavy for the ladies, like you'll get a piece of me in there, and I think that's what's really important.
Right, right.
Because I keep things, even though I'm working on sounds to try to appease a specific demographic of people. At the same time, I'm tailoring that to still it be my own.
Right, right,
So
right,
my
right.
own journey, things I've gone through. And I feel like it's been working for me because I feel like at the end of the day, man, like we're all just trying to make it. You know, we're all
True,
human.
true.
And so when people hear that in my music and they see that like I'm genuine about it, I'm passionate about it, I would definitely
Right,
say like one of the hardest things for me to break is that first initial barrier of someone listening to the music. But then when they listen, they're like, oh, okay, he's actually saying something. Like there's actually something in here. But that's what I've been finding myself. The hardest thing is just breaking that first barrier down from people, just because of like how music is today or how people may feel music sounds or whatever their perception is. Um, yeah, man, I've had people. Um, uh, I play my music in a head shop, so I also work in a head shop.
okay.
And I had a customer come in and totally not even a rap fan. He was like, you know, I can actually get down to something like this. Who's this? And I laughed and I was like, that's me, man. And he was like, no way. And I was like, yeah. And then like I pulled out my phone and showed him that I had my music set up to like the
Right,
speakers. He's
right.
like, yo, that's
Right.
dope, man. And like, so it's like trying to make those sounds but from my own, but appealing to a different demographic of people. That's something I work with.
No, I understand that because I always tell rappers, be who you are, and you're staying true to who you are. So, don't try to conform. Like that's why I brought up the J. Cole's and the Joyner Lucases. Those guys' reality is what it is, and we still respect them lyrically
Right.
for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And as an artist. So we should never debunk them because they're not giving us what other rappers are giving us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's lanes for that. There's levels, you know what I'm saying? So other rappers will give you what you need. They'll fill your appetite. So if you
Yep.
like J. Cole, you like Joyner, you like uh what's this dude? It's them boom bap type rappers. I think his name is yeah, I used to love this dude. Damn, I can't remember his name, but dudes over there, like even the what's that young kid that had the
Corday.
song with who?
Corday. Was it
Nah,
Corday or
they're
Joey
younger.
Badass?
They're a little older than him. They would be in the Joyner Lucas ranks. Is
Okay, okay,
he did a song with him called Homicide. You heard Homicide? No, it was with
uh,
Eminem. Homicide.
okay. Was it Logic?
Logic. That kid.
Yeah, yep, yep,
That
yep.
kid is super dope. And he might drop the N bomb every now and again, and that's cool. He's half. We give him that.
Mm,
But he stays true to what he raps to.
yeah,
He doesn't talk about you're not drugs. You're not a drug guy. You might have been around it, but you're not a drug guy. You're not a gangster guy.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
not soft, but we get what
Right.
it is. We get what time it is. So I like when artists stay true to that. And like I said, there's other artists that's gonna give you so much in this music business. They're gonna
Yep.
give you so much that you don't need to like one guy. You can like everybody. I'm learning that. I'll be first to admit it. I don't like a lot of these artists. Well, I didn't. I'm starting to appreciate them more.
For
Stay
sure.
true to what you do. You know what I'm saying? So I respect
Yeah.
that in artists. That's
Thanks,
all
man.
I.
I
That's all.
appreciate it too. And like, even with
Anytime.
that, that's like a pill to swallow in itself too, because like at any given time, all the time, man, like there's always someone that's like, yo, man, you should do this with your music. You should change your name to Lil Tizzy. You da 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 make and you know what I mean? And like
Yeah, yeah,
what what it always comes back to is even when I've sat and tried, man, like just to be like, you know what, let's just
yeah,
see what we can make with this. It doesn't feel like I put my myself into it, and so that's where it comes to where like the integrity of myself as an artist, and I'm just like I can't. I
yeah.
just gotta rock with who I am, man. That's where
You can't
that's where I'm at, you know.
you can't sacrifice your integrity, man. Not for
Yeah,
anybody. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? I think that's important as an artist as well. So I salute you again for that. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks, man.
All right, so let's segue into a real music type question, right? So the song you have entitled "Wild."
Yeah.
I want to know what was the inspiration behind creating that song, and what was the mindset going into it from a creative standpoint.
Oh man, with that one, okay, so long story short, I was uh the okay, so I was in quarantine, okay? I was in quarantine because my girlfriend had COVID, but at the time I didn't ever got it, but because she had it, I couldn't go outside.
Right,
And
right,
so I
right.
was like, man, I can't do nothing right now. So I was like, you know what? This whole time I'm just gonna be in the studio and just make some shit, just see what happens. Oh, I'm sorry, can I cuss on this, bro?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh,
You
okay, okay,
good?
okay,
Yeah.
cool. So I was like, I'm just gonna make some shit. Go into the studio, man, and like I created like a whole project within like 3, 4 days, man, and like breaking down the songs, and that was one of them that hit me, man. Like when I heard
Word,
that beat, I was
word.
like, I wanted to create something that was like something uppity because like I would say a lot of my music comes from like a personal, a little bit more serious approach. And
Right,
so that was something I thought about in that session time. I was like, man, I don't want to keep putting out music like that. I want to put out something that, that sounds cool. That's something like that sounds uppity or like sunny. And
right, right,
that
right, right,
I played that beat and started messing with the melody of how it would go, and just built off of it, man. Like even with that one, um, I didn't even write anything to that one. Yeah, it
right,
was just like feel it out, and I heard something. I was like, all right, let me do this. Okay, let me do this, and then I fit it here, and I was like, okay, well let me start off with this, and then I was like, that's a song.
right, right, right.
I think maybe at the very end, just because like I was feeling that wave with that song, and so
Mm-hmm.
like creating it, but then at the very end, it was like the last, I want to say bar or two or something like that. I was like, man, and then I just like quickly wrote something. It was like bam, but like
Right,
it
right,
came
right, right.
together, man, and yeah, then it's a vibe for sure.
Nah, that song from the most creative standpoint that I heard, because I only listened to maybe 4 or 5 tracks. I'm gonna speak on a couple more as well. So, but that track from a creative standpoint stuck out to me, and I
Thanks,
was like
man.
really like, wow, now this is dope because everything almost seems perfect. Like it seems like you're a well polished artist. The vocals sounded clear. The engineering was perfect. The beat selection was dope. I was like, nah. Then the cadence behind all of that, I was like, man, this is gonna be a hit right here. This that song in particular could take it over the top and make people go, who is that? You know what I'm saying?
Word. I
But
appreciate that, man.
anytime, my brother,
Word.
anytime. Nah, for real.
Word.
I really felt that one for real. You know what I'm saying? And it's almost as if like the creativity is like I'm a segue into my next question basically. We kind of talked about this earlier, kind of like inadvertently, but it seems like your bars and your music style is so unique and so honest at the same time. It's like you speak of your reality, you speak of your surroundings. Is that the case, or do you kind of fantasize a little bit?
Yes, no, for sure. That definitely is the case, man. Like and you see, so I go through things in life just like anybody else, right?
Right,
And my idea is never to, because I have made certain songs where people have heard something and then it's like they feel it's about them. I don't I don't I get influenced. I get influenced by a certain situation that I'm going through. And
right,
then I
right,
write about how I feel about it or where it went or that certain circumstance. And so I never write anything in a way of making someone feel some type of way. Like if I say a bar, like, oh, like he probably said that thinking of me or something like not in that way, but
right.
more so it's like the position I felt I was put in because of this circumstance. And then I just write
Mm,
from that perspective, even though because it's like you could put any person in the situation of what I'm talking about. It's about how I dealt with it because of how
right,
I interpreted the situation. So
right.
whether it be like we'll just as an example, like an argument with a friend or an argument with a family member, and I write about it, like it's just going off of the perspective of that event happening. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? As
right, right,
opposed
right.
to being like, oh, you know what I mean? So that yeah. That's a good observation, man. That's dope.
Yeah, because like I said, it makes me the list as a listener want to listen even more when I hear somebody being honest like that. You know what I'm saying? I look at the success rate. Even though there's a lot of artists who have different realities. But look at the success rate. We had Kanye, honest.
Yeah.
Nelly,
Yep.
honest.
Yep.
Eminem, honest. They all were super successful, like, period. There was like no
Yep.
other way. Even Wayne's, honest. Honesty, it translates and the energy hits people in a certain way. And we respect the music. Even if some of the songs are like, all right, kind of went over the top, but
Right.
we
Right.
still respect it, you know what I'm saying, to a degree, because the honesty is a respect for that in the game, you know what I'm saying? A lot of other artists, you see them come and go. They might make 5 year run, 6 year. They made enough money in that little bit of time to go.
Yep.
2 albums,
Yep.
3 albums, and then they're done. So,
Yep.
it's just unique for somebody to be honest and open like that. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people won't do that.
I feel like with that too, something that
Uh, something that I was. Can you still hear me? By the way.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh, okay. Something that I was told was my music has uh, what did they say? It's repeatable or something like that, or it's the type of music you could play it back. You know what I'm
Oh, like
saying?
classic, like
Yeah, man. And
timeless.
so that's yes, the exact, and that's the type of music that I want to be able to make. You know what I
Right,
mean? Like something that in like 10 years from now, it's like, wow, like this is still something relatable. Like
right,
people still go
right.
through this. Like I still went through a similar situation, and I feel like that's something that will hold strong for like even even if like a song doesn't hit right now, later on it could like gain traction just because it catches wave, you know?
Right,
So just
exactly.
I try
Exactly.
to keep that in mind and keep myself in a position where like if anyone brought up any kind of the music, like I'm not scared of what I felt in that. You know what I mean? In
Right,
whatever
right, right.
particular song it may be. Like I'm completely who I am and comfortable with who I am as an artist and as a person,
Absolutely.
that like I can confront my own demons, and which is why, you know, I write the way I write and everything. So
I dig that, man, and I really respect that, man. Keep doing that. Never stop doing that, for real, man.
thanks, man.
It's gonna pay off, man. I swear. All right. So my next question to you is: I asked that first question to ask you this: the song entitled "I'm Not Against You, I Love You." Now, aside from the song "Wild," that one, it kind of that one touched me, because we all, despite any walk of life, we have loved ones or people around us who may get jealous, who may get envious, who may just hate that you have a beautiful mind.
Yeah,
They might not even hate that you are a hustler and you got a lot of money. They hate that you're brave, that you get out there and go get to it. And I felt like that song spoke to me like that, but from your perspective, it seems like it was a real life story. It
yeah.
seems like something like you went through. Is that the case?
Oh, for sure, man. So in the terms of the last president and everything like that, I'll say I felt like it created a type of okay, just to put it to you like this. With me
Mm,
working in a head shop, I see a lot of people per day, right? And a
right.
lot of times people will come in and they'll say things that they felt brave enough to say because the man in office was who he was. You know what I'm saying? So they were like,
Mm,
and let me give you an example. Someone walked in and I'm with my coworker and he's like, "What's up, hippie?" And then he looks up and then I look up and then he looks at you and goes, "I'm not talking to you, blackie." And it's like the fact that he felt like that
mm,
was like there was no qualms with that. The fact that he, you know what
right.
I mean, was brave enough and like bold enough that like it was okay to be said. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
Right.
that was the kind of energy I felt was stemming from that. Is like, but
Mm,
what I felt at the same time is at the same time, all right, so the media is portraying something or people to be a specific type of way. But if you look into any kind of group at all, man, whether it be white, whether it be black, like there's good and there's bad people in that. But it's just called something different, bro. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like,
Right.
for instance, you got like hillbillies or hick. but then like you've got like gangster thug, you know what I'm saying? Both of
Yeah.
which are in like deemed in a negative way, you know what I'm saying, to in
From a
society.
social standpoint, right.
From a social, exactly, from a social
Right.
standpoint. And so like what people have to get over is like, don't dwell on that, because if you set your mind on that and you focus in on what the media is putting out, which is what a lot of people do, they take that and they soak it in and like, oh, this is what it is, and then they go outside in the real world and start treating people as such. Then they find out that it's not like that. Then they find people
Right.
like you and I who can talk, who can articulate conversation, who can, you know what I'm saying,
Absolutely.
who can take it further than just surface level. But I think with that song, that's something I'm trying to portray, is like it's
Okay.
deeper than just the surface level. And so it's like, get to know me, you know what I mean? And so
Right. Right.
and people find that and they get surprised, man, especially when they're like, first when they hear that I'm a rapper, they're thrown off and they're like, oh, okay, well, blah blah blah, and they have their assumptions. Then when that
Yeah.
gets broken down, they're like, oh man, oh man, you got something to say. And then they talk to me too, and then they're like, oh shit, okay. And then it's like they find out more often than not that they've negatively deemed me something without even knowing me. And so that's a song right there where I'm just trying to put that into perspective and
Right.
like just talk about how I feel about people act in this day and age, but how, how it should be,
Yeah, man. That, like I said, man, that song, it really touched me. I listened to it like 5 times just this morning. I was like, oh shit,
Thanks,
this
man.
shit right here is a good one. This is a banger right here. I wish, like, I don't support you guys enough. When I have these interviews, I don't really go out. Like, I'll share, I'll promote, I'll do that, but I gotta start listening deeper. Like, you guys got some solid, good music. You know what I'm saying? And I really respect it for real.
Thanks, man.
Anytime, my brother. So, I'm about to wrap this thing up in a bit. We could have a little bit more convo because this last question will probably be one where you can give me a definitive answer and a lengthy one as well. But after reviewing your page as well as your YouTube, we already follow one another on YouTube. Now, I mean on Instagram, and now maybe YouTube because I'm growing my channel just as well. I see you very successful there. Um, After reviewing your page, of course, I see that you're indeed focused. You believe in yourself, and you're a good artist. I see that. But on behalf of that, how is your? Do you do often do shows, and how is your stage presence? How do you deliver? Are you polished in that area as you are an artist, or are you still working on that?
I don't want to seem biased because I love my music and I fuck with it so tough. But
Yeah.
yeah, performances is like so fun to me, man. Like okay, so I'm very influenced by like the grunge era of rock music.
Okay.
And so like
Okay.
Nirvana, Incubus, Smashing
Okay.
Pumpkins, I like
Okay.
Chevelle. And so what's something they have in common and stuff is like their ability to rage on stage. And so aside from the fact that I'm also influenced by Bob Marley, I wanted to
Ooh.
headbang on stage. And so it's like that's where you get like the combining mesh of my music is I feel
Right.
like
Right. Right.
I'm somewhat influenced by a Bob, but then like with like rock music and together you have like this culmination of like bringing that rawness of grunge era music into my rap, you know what I'm saying? And so that's where I
Right.
feel like I did an article and they called my music grunge hip hop, and for the rawness of it. And so like I
That's
dig
dope.
that because I'm also from Tacoma. I'm from like where Seattle is, where Nirvana's from, where
Yeah.
grunge
Yeah.
music stemmed from, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that was super dope. Um, but my stage performance, man, I love it. I headbang, the hair goes out, it goes crazy. Yeah, man, I love it. It's always live, man. Like I don't want to just like boast and talk myself up, but
Nah,
yeah,
man,
man,
it's a good feeling, man, because a lot of people don't have the full package. Like, there's a lot of artists, but there's not a lot of performers. So to have that down pack, I guarantee the best thing I tell people from a business standpoint is when you get to the deal time, put yourself at such a high bar that they can't even reach it, and they got deep pockets. They don't want to
word.
give you that money because I say that to say this: when you believe in yourself that much, you can make money on your own,
Yep.
independently. You don't even need the independent label. There's so many outlets to sell your music, and then once you make a name for yourself, the phone will start ringing, the IG will start popping, saying, things will start coming into fruition. So you
Yeah.
don't really have to sign the deal. So if you do see the deal, 360s is no bueno. If you didn't know that
Yeah.
already,
Right.
360s, they look
Right.
attractive, but they still own all your masters. So none of your work is yours.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want that. That deal looks good, but you got to work forever. So everything you endeavor on, they get a piece of.
Yep.
That's kind of crazy. So stay away from those and just stay independent. But if you do decide to get a good deal, I would never tell anybody don't take the deal.
Right.
Do
For
what you
sure.
do what you feel. You know what I'm saying? But that's just my piece of advice. I've been there. I told a story to a couple people before where I signed a deal. I was young. It was like $5,000. I was like 16. This was many, many moons ago. My mom looked at the deal and wanted to kill me. She was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "It's $5,000 for 2 albums." She was like, $5,000? That's nothing. My mom is an OG. She don't know nothing about music, but she knew, her mind clicked in that this didn't add up. And
Right.
you
Right.
know what I'm saying? And we had to pay like 7,500 to get out of that deal. So it was ridiculous.
Wow, bro.
Yeah. Because my mom's was like, no, no,
Yeah.
no. I didn't sign off on this. She threatened court. Got up out of there.
Yeah. Wow. That's
Yeah.
wild, bro.
Yeah,
To
man.
even get to that point though with your music, man, like that speaks a lot too, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. And I thought I was mediocre back then. Like I thought I was okay.
hmm,
You always want to brag and say you're the best. That comes with time. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? And I didn't feel like I got to that till like my mid 20s. Even though people enjoyed when I rapped or did whatever, you know, they still respected it, but I just felt like deep down I could be better. And I always
yeah,
push myself to be better. It's like anybody would do. If you play ball a million times a day, you're gonna get nice. You're
yep,
gonna continue to get nice. That's just how it works. So, same thing with music. And I see that in artists like you and with you being already ready.
thanks, man.
That's it, man. No problem, man. No problem. Anytime, man. I just, I believe in giving the up and coming talent their flowers and their roses too. You know what I'm saying? You deserve it just as much as the next one. So
That's love, man. I appreciate that for sure,
anytime, my
man.
brother. You out there. I got a brother that's out there by you. He's in Seattle, Washington. And
Oh, yup.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He's out there. So, I already know how it is out there, and I got another brother in Alaska. So
Oh, yeah. Oh, Alaska, you said? That's dope, bro.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We're all over, you know what I'm saying? We're all over the place. So, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it was a dope interview. I really enjoyed interviewing you. You gave me some good energy, some, always a good vibe. From listening to your music, I already see that it's gonna be a vibe. I'm gonna start paying attention a lot more. I promise you that. Um also want to support any new way I can. So let me know what I can do and we'll get to that.
I
We
got you.
also I have a battle league that I'm a part of. I'm gonna be doing some promo for that too. So if you want to get down, if you're down to travel, let me know what it is in the near future. We'll work something out. You know what I'm
My
saying?
man. It's funny you say that, bro, because like that's kind of like been the next thing for us, man, is we got some product on the way. We actually, with the business and everything, with the label itself, Dysfunctional Family, um, good things have happened. And so we got product on the way. We got some really big marketing that's going to be kickstarting this week.
That's good.
Pushing the video and the single of I Can't Help It, which is my latest video and single. And so getting out, I got booked in Oregon, Idaho. So that's what we're looking
That's
at right
huge.
now, man.
That's huge.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah, man.
Thanks, man. Just trying to get out and just capitalize, just keep growing this
You
thing,
got
man.
to. You got to, man. It's always keep working. I tell everybody that. That's the key point to it is just keep working, stay consistent, stay productive.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
man.
That's a fact. Yes, sir. But listen, my brother, let me let you go. It was a dope interview. This concludes episode 17 of the Bars on Deck podcast. It's your boy King Swift. We got Tizzy Teach. Hey, my brother, if you could, is there a video you could do at least 1 to 2 minutes long where you're spitting some bars, maybe something off the top, maybe something written, doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, you want me to do it right now?
Whenever you're ready. I'm gonna have the video edited in about a week or two at best. So I'll do
Okay,
promo vids in between, and then the full video will come out maybe in a week or two.
I got you, bro. So that
Yep.
wait, so I'm sorry, you want me to just send you a video clip of a freestyle?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can send it
Okay,
through the IG or at waswift132 at gmail.com.
got you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So yeah, man, appreciate you, man.
All right, bro.
All
I
right, my boy.
appreciate you, man, and you stay safe, man.
You're ready, man. I'll at you, man.
What's up, everybody? You're with Tizzy Teach, and you just saw me on the Bars on Deck podcast, and I've got some bars on deck for you guys. Check me out. I'm just another man out here just making it happen. Ain't holding firm to no excuse because it comes with the passion. I told them I would do it. They ain't think it could happen. I got the fam all official. Now they thinking it's magic. I got some time in this shit. This go around. You gon' respect it. Open-minded don't make you weak as the next lesson. I can laugh. I can chill, but don't go fucking with the money. Got a plate of accomplishments because I'm always staying hungry. Made something from nothing. Now everybody your buddy. Hoping you ain't hear what they was saying in the beginning. So goofy mellow Brandon and couldn't see him winning. But I did it. Fulfilling out my vision. And now seeing I'm a time bomb and the clicker was quicker ticking. And now you got these people hating the way that I was living. So now they watering their soul. Something out here's missing. So don't be mad when I'm out here luxury living. The boy is Teach. Son,